What is a WTA 1000? The tournament level where Eala first broke through. Eala is headed for another major test, playing her first WTA 1000 tournament of the year at the Qatar TotalEnergies Open in Doha. Eala nabbed a spot in the main draw, which starts Sunday, February 8th, joining the likes of top-seeded Iga Swiatek, Australian Open champion Elena Rybakina, defending champion Amanda Anisimova, and Coco Gauff, among others. Before Eala takes it up a notch in terms of competition, we take a quick look at all the WTA 1000 tournaments this year and why they are the most important after the 4 Grand Slams. How many WTA 1000 tournaments are there? There are a total of 10 WTA 1000 tournaments in the calendar year this 2026, starting with the Qatar Open and ending with the Wuhan Open in China. Within the 10 events, some run for 2 weeks and include a larger pool of players. When are the WTA 1000 tournaments held? February and March will hold 2 WTA 1000s each, with the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships immediately following the Qatar Open. Meanwhile, March will have the BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells and the Miami Open, where Eala notably reached the semifinals last year. These first 4 tournaments are all on hard surface. In April, the Mutua Madrid Open will kick off the clay tournaments for WTA 1000, followed by the Italian Open in May. The WTA 1000 returns to the hard court ahead of the US Open with the National Bank Open in Canada and the Cincinnati Open in August. China also hosts 2 WTA 1000s with the China Open and the one in Wuhan in October, highlighting the Asian swing. Notably, there are no WTA, or ATP, for that matter, 1000 tournaments on grass. What makes a WTA 1000 tournament? A big part of classifying tournaments in the WTA Tour revolves around points and prize money. 4 WTA 1000 TIFs, a total of 1,000 points, are up for grabs for the winner, meaning success at such a high-level tournament will result in big leaps in the WTA rankings. In comparison, Grand Slam champions get 2,000 points toward the rankings. Meanwhile, prize money is also significant. The Qatar and Dubai WTA 1000 this year both have a prize commitment of over $4 million, with 2025 Qatar champion Amanda Anisimova pocketing $597,000. However, the prize money depends on the tournament, as the BNP Paribas Open was the most lucrative WTA 1000 last year with a total prize commitment of almost $9.5 million. While it isn't necessarily set in paper, WTA 1000 tournaments also need attention to detail to ensure the quality of competition. From high-end infrastructure to an elite player field with the presence of top 10 players, WTA 1000 tournaments call for only the best in tennis tournaments. Who gets to play in a WTA 1000 tournament? Like all events in the WTA Tour, direct entrants are mostly based on player rankings in the WTA, with the top 50 players typically receiving invites to play in the main draw of the tournament. However, organizers may also extend wild-card invites to chosen players, like how Eala initially gained entry into the main draw of the Miami Open in 2025. Depending on schedule and health conditions, players can also opt to pull out from the tournament, opening up slots for lower-ranked players in the WTA Tour. Last year, Eala appeared in 5 WTA 1000 tournaments: Miami, Madrid, Rome, Montreal, and Wuhan. In professional tennis, not all tournaments are created equal. Some feel like intimate conversations between player and crowd. Others thunder like global festivals, watched by millions and capable of changing careers overnight. Somewhere near the very top of this hierarchy sits the WTA 1000 level, a stage so demanding, so visible, that merely stepping onto it announces a player's arrival. For Filipino tennis fans, and for many who follow the rise of young talent in the women's game, the phrase WTA 1000 carries a special resonance. It was on this grand platform that Eala, once a promising junior with a powerful left arm and quiet determination, began to transform potential into belief. The architecture of the WTA Tour. To understand the importance of a WTA 1000, you first need to picture the WTA Tour as a ladder. At the base are ITF tournaments, where players grind for points, confidence, and the chance to move up. Above them are WTA 125 and WTA 250 events, important stepping stones, but still modest in prestige and prize money. Then come the WTA 500s, where the competition tightens and the spotlight grows brighter. Just below the Grand Slams sit the WTA 1000 tournaments. There are only a handful of these events each season. They are the tour's crown jewels outside the slams, featuring the deepest and strongest fields, massive ranking points, global television coverage, packed stadiums, and relentless pressure. Winning a WTA 1000 can redefine a career. Even winning a match, or a couple, can permanently change how a player is perceived. What makes a WTA 1000 so special? 1. The points that shape careers. A WTA 1000 tournament awards 1,000 ranking points to the champion. That's not just a number, it's a passport. For players outside the top tier, those points can launch them into direct Grand Slam entry, secure main draw spots in future elite tournaments, eliminate the need for exhausting qualifying rounds. In tennis, rankings dictate opportunity. WTA 1000 points are opportunity in its purest form. 2. The field. No hiding places. At this level, nearly everyone shows up. World number ones, Grand Slam champions, former legends making comebacks, rising stars desperate to prove they belong. A WTA 1000 draw is a minefield where even a first-round match can feel like a final. There are no easy opponents, only different styles of danger. Power hitters who can end rallies in seconds. Tactical geniuses who dismantle confidence shot by shot. Veterans who know exactly how to win ugly. Surviving here requires more than talent. It demands emotional control, physical resilience, and belief. 3. The atmosphere. Tennis under a microscope. Unlike smaller tournaments, WTA 1000 events are played under intense scrutiny. International media. Social media reaction in real time. National expectations for emerging stars. Every forehand is analyzed. Every upset is amplified. Every breakthrough becomes a story. For a young player, this can crush or crystallize them. Alex Eala before the breakthrough. Before WTA 1000 crowds began chanting her name, Alex Eala was known primarily as a standout junior, a Grand Slam girls champion, a disciplined student of the Rafa Nadal Academy. Her talent was never in doubt. But tennis history is full of brilliant juniors who struggled to cross the invisible line between promise and presence. That transition, junior to professional, potential to proof, is where most careers stall. And that's why the WTA 1000 stage mattered so much. The moment, stepping onto the big stage. When Eala entered a WTA 1000 tournament, she wasn't just facing higher-ranked players. She was facing faster balls, heavier shots, opponents who punish hesitation. At this level, rallies feel shorter, but matches feel longer. Every weakness is exposed. Every strength must hold up under pressure. And yet, something happened. Instead of shrinking, Eala expanded. Her left-handed angles created discomfort. Her court coverage frustrated opponents. Her calm, almost startling for her age, suggested a player who belonged, not one merely passing through. She didn't look like a junior testing the waters.